Hey guys, thank you so much. I am excited to talk about this topic today because you ask me quite often how my teeth are so white. I don't know because I just brush my teeth with water. But I am going to give you guys some pointers as to some things you can do to keep your teeth white, some things you shouldn't do to keep your teeth white, and some common myths that people have about white teeth. The number one tip I have when it comes to keeping your teeth white is that you have to look at the whole picture. This isn't a quick fix. You cannot simply soak your mouth in peroxide for 10 hours a day and hope that it will outdo your poor diet, your lack of sleep, your lack of exercise, and all the sugar that you eat. It just won't. So the number one tip that I have is that you watch what you're eating. This is so important because if you're constantly eating junk, that is going to reflect in your mouth. Your mouth is a mirror to the overall health of your entire body. This looks like cutting back on refined sugars, cutting back on soft drinks, sodas, carbonated beverages, foods that are going to demineralize, change the pH in your mouth, and otherwise dehydrate your teeth. The second step would be oil pulling. So something that I used to do every single morning when I lived in Kauai was oil pulling. I would scoop up some coconut oil in my mouth, a tablespoon, go on a walk for 20 minutes, swish the whole entire time, and then come back home and spit it out. One of the reasons that you would oil pull is because it actually helps to remove toxins or the little bugs, the bacteria in your teeth. Hopefully you don't have real bugs in your teeth. If you do, that's another issue. But this will help to get rid of those microorganisms in your mouth that could cause dental caries, cavities, different kinds of gingivitis, whatever that may be. So the oil pulling is when you put a tablespoon of oil in your mouth and you swish around for 20 minutes. If your mouth gets sore, like your jaw gets sore, you can actually start with 5 to 10 minutes though and work your way up. So by swishing and doing that pulling and pushing action through your teeth, the oil is going to go through your teeth, emulsify, bind to the toxins, but it's important that you do not swallow the oil, because if you swallow the oil, all of those bound up toxins are going to go right back into your body, and that is the last thing you want. And another thing you do not want to do is spit it into your sink, because it is oil and it can clog your drain. So you can either spit it out into the grass or spit it in the trash can. Try not to spit it on napkins because that's a waste of paper and the planet. Hello. Oil pulling goes way, way, way back in Ayurvedic medicine. Hey! So Ayurvedic medicine, they use the oil pulling, and like I said, you can use coconut oil, you can use sesame oil, you can use almond oil, you can use olive oil. Sesame oil in particular helps to decrease lipid peroxidation. So it's going to keep the fats stable, it's going to prevent any oxidation of the fats, and it's going to just keep your teeth healthy overall. Coconut oil is filled with lauric acid, and it also has a bunch of different acids in it that are antimicrobial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, and the specific one that coconut oil does is it decreases plaque adhesion. So again, less cavities, less dental caries, and the results from oil pulling are often seen within 2 weeks, and I just highly recommend that that's a regular part of your oral health routine. Some things you should not do is swish peroxide in your mouth, ever, because that's stupid. And peroxide can cause dehydration and demineralization of your teeth, which is going to make your teeth worse. Who cares what color your teeth are if they're not in your mouth? The next thing you should stop doing is getting professional bleaching done to your teeth, because bleach is not for your mouth. And the ones in the dental offices and the whatever else they do dental bleaching are actually worse than if you just make up your own little homemade remedy at home for bleaching. Do not put Clorox in your mouth. I don't know if you've thought of that, but if you have, stop that thought process right now. The dental bleaching, as I mentioned before, with the peroxide can cause dehydration of the teeth, demineralization of the teeth, and it can also cause like gum diseases and gum sensitivities. The next thing is just don't use fluoride. You can go to my blog for a full post on that. We'll link the blog post in the description below for the fluoride post, and I will also do a kind of an informal write-up on some healthy oral tips.
It's me.
Now for my top 3 tips to maintain the best, most optimal oral health in the world. 1. After you're done drinking your liquid energy, aka coffee, switch your mouth with some water. Go brush your teeth. Get that shiz off of your teeth. Number 2, oil pulling. Just like I talked about in the main video back there, oil pulling. And number 3 would be to cut back on refined sugar intake in your diet. And this is important because it can mess with your gut flora and also your dental health, which is a mirror of your overall health. You want healthy teeth? Like Gil.